Today is Monday, October 11th, and we are so excited. We are going to look at our first property that we could use for the business. This is going to be just huge for us. Even if it doesn't work out, like this is just like a really big step, feels kind of momentous. So we wanted to document that. We're going to meet them right now. We'll have a walkthrough, talk about it obviously, and if it makes sense, we may be moving our business out of our house. Adine, how are you feeling?
I'm great. We're gonna be moving our business out of the house regardless. We were initially thinking like January time frame, but the time is now and there's really no reason not to, because it's stressy and messy. That's the best way I can explain it. So let's see what this place looks like. We did get permission from both our realtor and the realtor for the commercial property to film, so we'll walk you through it and show you what it looks like. It's exciting, and we know the people that rented it before that. It's actually my family member, my cousin's cousin, and so I kind of got the scoop of the property. Yeah, we're excited. We're excited to use our business fundamental education to try to negotiate the best deal that's going to work out for both parties.
So we're pulling into the area where this location is, and you may notice a familiar sign. This is crazy. I mean, it would literally be right there.
On the right side we have Lowe's, on the left side we have Goodwill, and literally right in front is the building that we're looking to potentially lease. So we'll pull through the back end here and see if our realtors are there. So it's nice because it has a spot where a truck can pull up for pickups or deliveries, and we will be leasing this last piece right here.
Yeah, with a door for deliveries.
Yeah, looks like we have windows too. I see Scott.
All right, they're here. Let's go meet them.
Not flat. Our property taxes have gone up and our insurance has stayed the same now for the last 2 years. And the maintenance is really low, so when I calculate that out for a year on a square foot basis, it comes out to like 308 or 307. But
okay.
She's like, just it's $3 a foot, just keep it easy. But everyone pays their portion they can't, even the owner. So they all just pay it, and what they do is they pull that money, and then this year, which it won't affect you guys. We're doing a facade update on the building.
Oh, okay.
Like, gonna make it nicer.
Oh, okay.
If we do that, yeah, if we do that, then it's gonna like, I mean, again, it won't affect the tenants coming in because you're already locked in the lease, but basically, by doing the upgrade, we can jack up the rent to what it should be because of everything that's going on in the area.
Oh, yeah.
Nice. So are you, so do you represent that, so your client is the property owner?
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha. All
Yeah.
right. Cool.
So,
And then you work, obviously you guys work together or know of each other.
Yeah,
Okay.
so typically I refer all my commercial stuff over to him.
Okay.
But because he was already representing them,
Right.
he said, why don't we look at these properties first? If
Yep.
they don't work, then I would basically hand you over to him to
Perfect.
look at other
Okay.
people's properties.
Yeah,
That way
perfect.
there's no conflict of interest.
Sure,
you know?
yeah.
we have a
And
good relationship, and if I got the property listed, he knows what he's doing. It's just,
sure,
Sure.
You know, so, and this one's an easy one. Like, my clients they're not hard asses. They're not here
right,
to boss people up. I mean, they're really
Sure.
easygoing.
Okay.
yeah, and you know of our business a little bit. It's just e-commerce basically. We'll just get stuff, clean it up, ship it out of here.
Perfect.
That's we may at some. I like the fact that there's a little storefront here. I know who leased it before, Almir and his family. I know them very well. They're a family of mine.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm a little bit familiar. I think on that side. I've never actually been on this side.
So these are combined.
Okay.
Too, so there's that entrance there too.
Gotcha. All right, yeah. Give us the tour. Let's
Sure.
take a look.
So in total, it's 3,500 square feet. Used to be, the last use was a gym, and you know, there was a bathroom here. The layout is kind of funky because of what the gym did, but they ended up actually outgrowing the space and buying almost $1 million building on Old 28th Street.
Oh, cool.
Okay.
Yeah, so from this location, it actually did really well. That was the
Yeah.
old name of it.
Gotcha.
So you got a bathroom here, utility closet here, and then you got the garage here.
Could this be uncombined? Could you box those off and?
Yeah, I mean, we talked about it. I mean, ideally, the owners, I think, want to try to lease this whole thing just because it's less work for them.
Right.
But
Right.
if someone gave them, you know, a good offer, I'd say, yeah, why not?
Yeah.
Because we really don't need all of the space right now.
Yeah.
We really just we're trying to find a space between like 1,000 and 2,000 square feet. So I think the original listing you sent was like 1,500 or 1,700 or something.
Yeah. It was like 3 of them at 1750.
Yeah, so the way the squares were cut up and when we had the architect with these guys, it's approximately $1,750 per unit.
Sure.
Roughly.
Okay.
With the only with the exception is the liquor store and the grocery store that we just put in,
Okay.
because the liquor store kind of came into the other space.
Gotcha.
But that's the most accurate measurement we got from there.
Okay.
So in theory, you could do that. And,
Okay.
Oh, I see outside.
Oh, you're fine. I came from up there.
So basically, each suite, all in, will be literally, I think, $1,700 a month all in
Okay.
for everything.
What's all in mean? What is everything?
So that includes taxes, insurance, snowplow, landscaping, any structural repairs or issues. That will now technically include the updated facade that they're gonna do.
Okay.
So, but the nice thing is if you're locked into a lease before that, you can't get touched.
Yeah.
Okay.
The only
How long are
thing,
the leases
Let's
for?
walk up
5
through here.
years
This
or?
looks like
they do a 3 or 5.
3 or 5? Okay.
Yeah,
Can we walk through this way?
Did you say 3 or 5 is the?
yeah,
Oh,
they would do
okay.
a 3 here.
Okay.
Do they want a 5? Yes. But would they do 3? Yes.
Okay. All right. So what's happening here? So this is like an office.
Little office space.
Yeah.
Okay. And then. Oh, okay. So
It's wonky.
it's interesting. I'd say that. It's. I mean, I understand why it's
I mean,
this.
yeah, everything looks, it seems, 'cause it was like for their personal, whatever they were doing, so.
Right.
So they
You don't have
came
anything in
and
it,
did
you're
all
like,
this,
oh.
Put the walls up and did all that on their own.
Some of the walls were already here because it was Royal Mechanic before,
Okay.
Right.
and they had some offices here, so they just did a gut job and
Yeah.
cut out where they could.
Okay. What's the flexibility as far as modifying walls or modifying space?
As long as you get their approval, which they're not, they don't
Yeah.
care.
Okay.
They just want to know in advance what it's gonna look like.
Yeah, no, I mean, that's my first thought is that the space will be too big for us as is. We just don't need the space.
So there's one more next door.
Yeah.
It's literally just a wide open space and it has a bathroom in the corner.
Yeah,
Are we looking? Okay.
Yeah,
Can we
we're
get that
gonna
one?
go, that was
Okay.
the original one we were kind of thinking.
Yeah.
Based on your space level.
yeah, I mean, what
I knew
I,
the garage would be attractive to you guys.
Yeah.
right.
But the hard part is the space has been cut up.
Right.
Is there like a little kitchenette area or is it just the bathroom?
This is just it. All this
We need a
house is just
counter.
this.
Okay.
Like,
Thank you. Nice.
Yeah, easy peasy.
Ah, okay, so absolutely, so we would have to put on some potential, some sort of barrier if we wanted to have some sort of storefront.
yeah, if you, yeah. You just
Okay.
put it that way.
I like
I
it.
think it's more cost
You
effective.
can always get like,
Yeah, for
Oh,
sure.
I mean, you can install curtains, I mean, it doesn't matter. Yeah. No, I'm, like I told Scott, we need something basic. Right now, we're operating out of our garage, out of our house, and we just need, it's getting time to start growing the business. We have been growing it for 2 years, but, you know, we have a part-time employee. It's time to hire more people on. We need a space. We're getting into Amazon here shortly, so we'll be dealing with, you know, half truckloads, you know, box truckloads of products that we just need processing space. We just need a factory. That's all we need, you know. So we don't necessarily need a storefront
For a long time, right?
for a long
Maybe
time,
year.
and we potentially may never use it. But the other thing we want to get into is having people bring their goods to us, right? So your parents, your grandparents, whoever, your family, hey, I'm moving. I got all this stuff to donate. There's a little bit of money here. Bring it to me first. I'll sort through in the back room. So I don't want to sell anything here. but I want people to bring me stuff so I can buy from them. Oh, like the reverse of a pawn shop, right? So just buy me, I want to buy your goods. So I like the fact that there's a storefront, but I also like the fact that we can just put up a curtain and nobody will ever be interested in what's going on in here,
Or even just, putting up a 2x4 wall with some wall on one side wouldn't be that crazy.
No, it's, $500, $600, it's we can do that ourselves.
Yeah, maybe a little more with lumber costs these days, but.
It's come down, this is pretty straightforward. That's the, right to the outside, right? So there's nothing there.
So I think your initial cost really is, can you get your pallet jack through there?
Right.
And if not, you could do either a double kind of security door, or you'd have to upgrade to that garage door.
Yeah.
But.
Yeah.
I mean, if you could, probably the cheapest would be to just take out, the glass kings are relatively inexpensive to remove out and swap.
Yeah, to do the front?
Yeah, because the way they built the center, the original owner of the building is also a client of mine.
Okay.
The way he built his storefront buildings is, which is nice, is all these panels can be removed technically. So yeah, there's a little bit of drywall cutting out in this one, but you can easier do a double door, right?
Yeah, I like that. I like that idea.
They're putting money in the facade. We just checked all the rooftop units.
Sure.
We have a guy checking the roof one more time. We checked all the plumbing. I mean, they went they're finally doing what appropriate building owners should do. And
Good.
I'm really thankful for that. So for them to come in here and say, hey, we're going to wall this off for them, they might, not that they would, but then it would just make negotiations harder. Whereas if you took something like this, they would just say, hey, give it to them and let them take it.
All right. Raw, unfiltered first reaction, Melinda. The camera's rolling, so you can just start talking at any time.
So we're just leaving the property now, and location-wise, it's great. It's awesome. There were a couple things we have to figure out. For instance, does our e-commerce business fit within their zoning for this area? That's one thing. And then how can we negotiate to get the best deal for everybody? You know us, we don't want to pay full price. We don't go in and say, that's what we're going to pay.
Gosh darn right.
We're not going to release any, monetary details or anything like that, but if this deal works out, we will make a video on, things to think about when you are negotiating a business deal, and things that you can look at, what's in your favor, what's against you, what are some tips or tricks or strategies that you can employ to give yourself the best advantage and the best shot for being comfortable where you want to be at.
The nice thing too is that, we, especially on Instagram, I hammer this to people all the time, like cash is going to be your king anyway. So if you're thinking at some point in the near future that you want to do something similar where you're renting out space, you definitely want to get the hell out of debt and start saving that cash, because that cash talks. If you can present to them that you are financially sound, and if you can offer even potentially upfront payment, you're going to be in the driver's seat of negotiation. So like Melinda said, we'll talk about a lot of this stuff in a future video. We're pretty excited. We're going to go celebrate by thrifting for a little bit, grab some lunch, and then it's back to the grind. We also have 35, 40-ish orders to ship out, so it's going to be a pretty long day. We'll catch you later. We're literally pulling out of the driveway of this potential property, and Goodwill is literally across the street. How awesome is that? Plus there's Albus, a local Bosnian Albanian restaurant that has some really good food. So we're set for lunch as well, which is great. So literally, I don't even have to access the street, and we're thrifting. Imagine that. So we're gonna really seriously negotiate for this space, because it's pretty close to being a dream spot.
All right, shipping is done. It's always a big shipping day on Monday, which we're not mad about, because if it takes you longer to ship, it means you have more packages going out. It's a surprising 80 degrees in here though, so we've been like moving and sweating, so it's workout day. 48 packages out the door this weekend. That's awesome. That's a great number. Very, very pleased with that. We did stop by that commercial property, which we mentioned that it's right across the street from Goodwill. So when we left, we made a quick stop, of course. Picked up a couple things. We really weren't in there very long. We didn't do like a deep dive, just a quick once over into a couple sections. I'll show you what we got. This is a sweet vintage Jerry vest. It's made in USA. if you see something like this that looks vintagey, check the pockets, because that is where you're actually going to find the tags. So made in USA, and they also do that because it's reversible. So it can be worn completely green or completely blue. And it's a good size, so that should sell pretty quick. Just a basic Athleta dress. Athleta dresses do tend to sell better than some of their other styles. Oops, oops. This one has pockets. It tends to be a brand that sells pretty well for us. We also found some camo pants. They sell for 40 bucks all day, $6 from our local Goodwill.
Hey, we just made another sale.
We made a sale.
Victoria's Secret something something for 28 bucks. We'll take it.
Only found one pair of shoes worth picking up today, and they were these New Balances.
Yeah, New Balances are great, especially if you can find these like walking style. These are great condition. They should sell for about 30 plus shipping, and we paid 6 bucks. We'll take those margins every day.
Picked up a couple Ralph Lauren pieces. Didn't pick up everything they had. I picked this one up specifically because it's a 3 extra large tall. It is a good brand if you can find the right styles. This one should sell pretty quickly because it's a basic fall sweater. And this one, because it's a Henley style, and that's just a good, or not Henley, I'm sorry, a waffle knit thermal. And these are just very basic preppy types of pieces. A vintage Pendleton wool, kind of a crop jacket, complete with shoulder pads. That's pretty cool. Some Express jeans. Keep in mind, not all Express styles sell the same. So look up the style. These ones are Kingston, and those tend to generally sell very well for us between the $35 and $40 range, depending on condition and size. And to clarify, that's $35 to $40 shipped. We run a free shipping model on eBay, so that's what we mean when we say shipped. This is a vintage, like, mini dress, but it's got this Halloween print on it. I usually pick up unique pieces like this if they're special. This one is vintage, so that's good. It's also around Halloween. This type of stuff actually sells very well. So that was our quick run today. We did talk to our realtor, so we do have a bid, I guess you would call it, for the property. Now it's just sort of a wait and see to see if they accept it, if they counter. It's like buying a house. You're kind of nervous, you know, like, oh, do you like the place? Okay, we're gonna put in this offer. We'll keep you updated, that's for sure.
You're a small person. Just trying to find the right camera angle here. I think this is good.
This works. This is my best angle.
Just so you guys know where she lies on my she's
Too
chest
close.
high.
Too close.
Yeah, so let's get in here. Yeah. There it is. Nerve-wracking for sure. It's very exciting though, because you can see like our house turns into a warehouse constantly, and we're tired of it because it just takes up so much space. So
mostly I think it's exciting because it feels like the next big step, right? I mean, we're kind of limited where we are right now, and this sort of feels almost like not that we're not a real business, it just feels very official, you know, when we're gonna have to leave our house and go somewhere and be responsible for this rent. I mean, that really feels like you're owning a business at that point. And I think that's going to be extra motivation for us to really kick it into gear and just keep moving up, keep moving to the next level.
it's like we've always said, like we don't want to be resellers, we want to be business owners, and this is the step in that direction. So we have a lot to learn, a lot to discuss and finalize and all that good stuff, but we'll definitely keep you guys posted. Thanks for checking in. Well, have a nice day. Take care. See you in the next one.